Okay, guys, welcome to my next video. Today I'm going to talk about some basic information that we need to know in PT examination. Just like IELTS, PT has 4 sections: speaking, writing, reading, and listening. These are the 4 sections that comes in examination. As you can see on my screen, these are all the subsections that comes in PT examination. The first question that it starts with the starts in the examination is read aloud. But before your examination starts, there is an unscored introductory section which you have to do. You just have to introduce yourself, you have to say your name, where you came from, what you're doing, why you're giving this test. That's all. That is unscored, but you still have to do it. Before that, you have to do the microphone testing. And after that, first step microphone testing, then you will do the unscored introductory section. After that, your real examination is start. And the first question is always read aloud. So the first section is speaking. When you are doing a speaking section, there are 9 other people in the same examination hall doing speaking at the same time. So you might expect some disturbance as well, right? So you have to be prepared for that. So today I'm going to talk about what are the basic things we need to know before we actually start practicing for PT examination. So the first question is read aloud. You get 5 to 6 questions in the examination, and you get 25% for speaking and 24% for reading. And you have 40 seconds. You have 40 seconds to prepare for the question and to actually speak for the question. Sorry, to prepare for the question, you have 25 seconds, and to speak, you have 40 seconds. But you will do that before 40 seconds. And repeat sentence, you get 8 to 10 questions in the examination. You have 35% for speaking. This question gives you 35% for speaking and 20% for listening. You have 10 seconds to give a response. But this question is very quick, so you get around 8 to 10 questions, but that might vary. Some people have got like 6 to 8 questions, and some people still got 10 to 11 questions as well. So this section might vary, but that's the standard, the number of questions that you get in examination. Describe image, you get 3 to 4 questions. We have 25% for speaking. Describe image gives you 25% for speaking, and you have 40 seconds to talk about the picture, but you can only speak for 20 to 25 seconds. That's it. Written lecture, you get 3 to 4 questions in examination, and it gives you 17% for speaking and 15% for listening. And you have 40 seconds. Sorry, that's a print mistake. You have 40 seconds to talk about the picture, and you can only talk for 20 to 25 seconds. That's fine. Answers or question, you get 10 to 11 questions. So actually that's 10 to 12 questions, but in average you will get 11 questions, and it gives you 3% for speaking, which is not too much, and 7% for listening, which is okay. And you have 5 seconds to give your response. If you don't speak for 3 seconds, then that question is discarded, and your examination will proceed to the next question. So you will lose the mark for that question if you don't speak for 3 seconds in all speaking sections. As you can see from this chart, that repeat sentence is the most important section because that gives you 35% for speaking. That's the highest. And read aloud is another important question because it gives you 25% for speaking. That's fine, but it gives you 24% for reading, which is a bonus. And for reading is a difficult section. So focus on read aloud and percentage from the speaking part. Let's move to the writing section. There are 2 subsections in writing: summarize, written text, and essay. But these are not the only sections that gives you mark for writing. There are other sections which also gives you mark for writing. Summarize, written text, you get 2 to 3 questions. Each question you have 10 minutes time, and it gives you 15% for writing and 10% for reading. Essay, you will get 1 to 2 essays in the examination. It gives you 18% for writing, and you have 20 minutes to do the essay for each essay. And then let's move to the reading section. Reading section, which is already difficult. In reading section, you don't have time allocated for each section. The overall time is 40 to 45 minutes, depending on how many questions you get. The overall time is 40 minutes. Let's say 40 minutes. So all the reading sections will occur within that 40 minutes, and you don't have the individual time for individual questions, individual sections. So I have divided here. That is the recommended time you have to allocate for each section, to manage your time very properly, because if you spend more time in the less important question, you might miss out the fill in the blanks, which is very important question. And in essay, the examination might not follow the exact same pattern. Some people might get MCQ in the beginning, and some people might get fill in the blanks in the beginning. They don't have a fixed pattern. Apart from that, rest of the sections, they follow the same pattern: read aloud, represent, describe image, and then in writing, summarize the text and essay. In listening, summarize spoken text, MCQ, highlight, cover. They follow the same pattern, but in reading section, they don't follow the same pattern. So MCQ, that gives you 1% for reading, very less important. You will get 2 to 3 questions. You just have to spend 30 seconds reading the question, and options, just select one option, go next. MCQ, choose multiple answer. Again, 1%, 2 to 3 questions, 30 seconds maximum. Reorder paragraph, it gives you 12% for reading, which is important, and you will get 2 to 3 questions in the examination. But this section is slightly difficult, so you can expect to spend around 2 minutes for this section. Fill in the blanks, drag and drop, and fill in the blanks, drop down are the 2 types of fill in the blanks that you get in examination. Fill in the blanks, drag and drop, you get 4 to 5 questions in examination. which gives you 25% for reading, and fill in the blanks drop down gives you 25% for reading. On top of that, it gives you 20% for writing as well. And you will get 5 to 6 questions in the examination, and you have 3 minutes to solve fill in the blanks. You can allocate 2.5 minutes to solve the fill in the blanks drag and drop because that's slightly easier, and you can allocate 2 minutes to solve reorder paragraph because they're slightly difficult, but again, it's less important. If you spend more time on in reorder paragraph, you will have less time to allocate for fill in the blanks, which is a loss, right? Let's move to listening section, which is the last section. After reading, there is a 10 minutes optional break, which is recommended to take. If you don't want to take the optional 10 minutes break, you just have to skip it. But if you want to take, you just have to raise your hand. Any visitor will come in, and he will assist you in taking the break. I will say go to break and then be fresh, drink some water, wash your hand, wash your face, be fresh, because in listening section, you have to be very attentive. You have to listen all the recordings, all the lectures very carefully. So the first section in listening is summarize spoken text. You'll get 2 to 3 questions. You have 10 minutes to do each summarize spoken text, and it gives you mark for writing and listening as well. So you'll get 12% for listening, and it gives you 15% for writing, which is a bonus. You have MCQ 2 single answer, MCQ 2 multiple answer. That gives you 1% each for listening, and you'll get 2 to 3 questions. You have to complete while listening to the lecture. Don't take any time extra. Highlight correct summary, 2 to 3 questions. 2% for listening and 2% for reading. You may take 1 minute extra because this question takes some reading as well, and gives 2% for reading. Select missing word. So this is spelling mistake. STLECT. Spelling mistake. Select missing word. Don't do that spelling mistake in examination, guys. Select missing word. You get 2 to 3 questions. 1% for reading. Again, not so important. You have to complete it while listening to the lecture. Highlight incorrect word. It is important. You'll get 2 to 3 questions. It gives you 8% for listening and 8% for reading. This is important section, guys. You have to complete it while listening to the lecture again. And highlight incorrect word has negative marking. Be mindful of that. Listening, fill in the blanks. It gives you, you'll get 2 to 3 questions in the examination, and it gives you 8% for listening and 7% for writing. This is also very important. And you may take 1 minute extra because this is important. Highlight incorrect word and listening, fill in the blanks are easy and important. It gives you mark for listening, writing, and listening and reading as well. So focus on these 2 sections. Make sure we get it right. And the most important thing that we need to consider is highlight incorrect word has negative marking. So be mindful that don't select the option unless you are 100% sure. Right from dictation is the last section in listening. You have to allocate the remaining time carefully. There's no fixed time. There's no fixed time that, okay, you have to spend this much time in one right from dictation. Maybe 1.5 minutes is perfect, or less than that. This question is very important, so it gives you 30% for writing and 27% for listening. So if you can see, right from dictation gives you the highest mark for writing and the highest mark for listening just by one section, one subsection. And you get 3 to 4 questions in the examination. 3 to 4 questions in the examination, and it always comes at last. So you can take a screenshot or you can save this video. So these are the basic things that you need to know before you actually start for practicing PTE examination. Now I'm going to show you. All right, something has popped up on my screen. Just give me a sec, guys. All right. So I'm sharing you a screen of PTE Master website, which I used to practice for during light test, and this is the website that I recommend my students to use. You can find the link in the description below. So this is the PTE Master website. If you go to practice, you can see there are different sections here which are there for you to practice. If you see these numbers, so 479 means there are 479 questions, 914 questions which actually came in examination. You will get all the repeated questions in here, and there are more chances that you will get the question repeated in the examination as well. So there are a few sections that is free, and the other sections that is token required. To access the scoring mechanism in this section that is token required, you need to purchase token. You can do so by going to practice, go to buy token, and you'll get different options. You can take some trial token, 200 tokens per 665, or you can do the VIP token, 1 month unlimited scoring. That's actually very good. If you want to give examination within a month, buy the VIP token for $35. That's not even too much, and then you can start practicing. This will give you a very accurate score for each section. Like for example, if you are doing read aloud, it will give you a score for how much did you get in content, how much did you get in pronunciation, and how much did you get in fluency, and how much did you get as overall. So this is actually very good, right? So yeah, so this is the thing that you need to know before you actually start practicing PTE examination. You can use this website to practice. You find the link in my bio. Any other question, any other confusion, just let me know in the comment section, and I will make next video for you guys. All right, so let's do that for today. Thank you very much. Keep watching, keep supporting. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, guys.